So today I'm going to be practicing carrying packs in the Little Bird on AFM. I've got 6 packs on the skid plus co-pilot, and really just going to practice smoothly approaching an LZ, setting it down softly, getting back out again, and trying not to run into a RPM stall as I try to set it down. And I'm going to try and put them down on that roof over there. And already starting to lose RPM there. Alright, there we go. Packs will be getting off, and then that lift. See, the thing I really need to avoid, and the habit I need to break, is having an aggressive flare right towards the end of the approach to bleed off the remaining speed. Flying standard flight model, I used to fly in pretty hot, and arrest the forward movement with that final flare. And in advanced flight model on this aircraft, that is a recipe for killing all of your rotor RPM on that flare. There just aren't enough RPMs to support slowing the aircraft with an aggressive maneuver like that. You lose your RPM, you start sinking, you can't get out of it. You're already pretty low, and what that means is you hit the deck hard. And I'm already being too aggressive there. Anyway, just taking us back to that rooftop for another attempt. Time try and hook it into the left. There we go. And we landed nicely, and lifting again. And so instead of doing those aggressive flares, you really have to plan them out well, do them slowly over time, which means you got to start a little bit earlier than you might otherwise like. But in the end, it does work out once you figure out the right way to plan that. Going in for another approach on that same rooftop. And again, I'll just hook it in onto the rooftop. And I'm going down too fast, but I was able to just barely pull that out. You really can't leave any sort of change of direction towards the very end of the landing. You got to be doing it constantly and smoothly throughout that approach. You just cannot make those sudden movements at the end, because if you do, again, you will kill your rotor RPM. No sudden movements in the cyclic, no sudden movements in the collective. It's got to all be smooth. Going one more time. There we go. Alright, let's go somewhere else. Let's land on that bridge that's going over the little canal area. Alright, and lifting. And let's land in that yard over there. I don't think that was the one that I said, but we'll do here now. Alright, and lifting. Alright, let's land it in the cemetery over there. And let's land it on that loop right there. This is going to be tough. Alright, that worked well enough. Trying to make it a little bit more challenging as I go. Alright, let's try and land it, well not land it, but set the skids against the side of this hill here and just imagine we're doing a hover insert and letting the guys hop off the sides. Alright, they should be able to hop off by now, and then I'd be pushing it back. Pushing it back. Alrighty. Let's land on that bridge over there. A little bit steep, but not too steep. Now, eventually I'm going to fuck this up, but doing okay so far. Alright, let's just do a 180 and try and stop right here. And lift off. Another 180. And land right there in that spot. And let's land inside those walls right there. Lifting. This does get so much harder on a multiplayer server where the frames aren't perfect. Alright, hard right and then put it down inside the camp over there. Maybe not so hard or right, because if I tried to push that any harder, we would have been in the drink. Alright, now we're going to try and set it down on those buildings under construction. Not a whole lot of rooftop space on those, so it's a sort of a precision landing challenge. Gonna go on the one that's a little bit farther left. Alright, and lifting. Now this time I'm going to go on the other one that's going to be closer. No, can't do it. Just did not have the RPM there to get it to stop on the roof. Had to drop the collective because I was losing those RPMs, gain the RPMs back, and then just put it into a hover. If I try to force it, I'm just going to fall like a rock into the side of the building. So let's give that another shot. And this time I just gotta slow my descent earlier. See, that was much smoother and that worked. If you find yourself needing to make those major adjustments at the last second, you're probably better off just breaking off before you pass the point of no return. Alright, going to the second building. Yep, not gonna make it. Once again, trying to make the adjustment too late, and you end up blown up.